Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In a moment that left fans awestruck, critics startled, and his own family silently angry, Sister Wives Kody Brown made what could be one of the most revealing comments of his whole reality TV career, a throwaway remark that was everything but minor. During a recent episode, or, more correctly, an emotional unraveling disguised as a chat, Kody said, "I don't want that headache." And with that, the subtext of more than a decade of strained poly-family dynamics emerged in a single, casual statement. But it wasn't just about his dissatisfaction with plural marriage. It wasn't just a father expressing tiredness from managing 4 families and 18 children. No, this subtle, biting, and passive-aggressive comment revealed a narrative about Robyn. It was about a woman who was once the 4th wife in a large family but is now definitely the only wife in a marriage that has long abandoned its fundamental values. Kody's headache was not some abstract term, it was all that came before Robyn. It was the complexity of equality, the emotional burden of maintaining justice, the impossibility of appearing to love each wife in the same manner, and the unbearable expectation of remaining in a family structure that no longer served him. His headache represented Mary's sorrow, Janelle's peaceful independence, Christine's disobedience, and the life he once swore to protect but now considers a burden. And in that single line, we heard it loud and clear, Kody regrets polygamy, all of them. Because, unlike the previous wives, Robyn never openly challenged him, never walked away, yet, and never jeopardized the power dynamic, which gradually shifted in her favor when the others departed. She was, and remains, the anti-headache. However, this weird, backhanded phrase conveys more than just "I'm tired." It reveals a man who has emotionally and psychologically abandoned the fundamental principles of plural marriage, who once preached unity and faith-based structure but now craves the simplicity and control of monogamy, especially when that monogamy is disguised by submission, silence, and admiration. Kody's evolution, or, rather, devolution, is not only tragic, but also explosive. Because, by dismissing his shared marital history as a headache, he is implying that he never genuinely recognized the sacrifices those ladies made. He never completely grasped what it meant for them to share a man's devotion, respect, and time in a culture that already considered them second class. Mary's spiritual divorce and emotional abandonment were more than just a headache for her. Christine didn't consider it a headache to lie awake at night, wondering why her efforts weren't enough. Janelle did not consider it a headache to spend years working, raising children, and constructing a life without feeling prioritized. It was heartbreaking. It was about survival. It was an identity built on a man who now casually ignores their shared history as an inconvenience. And Robyn? She may not have sought to be the favorite, but she did not reject the role either. Kody's lack of emotional space for anybody other than herself has firmly established her as the undisputed queen of what remains of the Brown family enterprise. His comment is not solely due to burnout, it is the product of years of gradually withdrawing from the struggle of balance, the weight of fairness, and the integrity of commitment. Let us not pretend that fans did not notice. Following the broadcast of that moment, social media exploded. Every remark, micro-expression, and shift in Robyn's body language was scrutinized by viewers. Was she smug? Was she embarrassed? Was she complicit? Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok were flooded with hypotheses, discussion, and furious reaction posts, all centered on the same fundamental belief: this isn't a man at the end of his rope, it's a man who cut the rope himself. By referring to multiple marriage as a headache, Kody remade himself not as a leader, nor as a flawed but striving father, but as a man looking to leave. Robyn is the only one still standing behind him, unaffected by the flames of familial destruction. But does she want this version of Kody, the one who avoids accountability, blames instead of rebuilding, separates rather than includes? Because what Kody has currently is not a plural marriage. It's a shattered history and a present centered only on Robyn and her children, a quiet bubble of domesticity that contrasts sharply with the chaos he left behind. And when his children get older, some refuse to talk to him, others openly express resentment, his headache evolves into a chronic, self-inflicted reality. Not only did his shift in priorities affect his wives, but also his children, who saw their father depart from birthdays, milestones, and emotional availability. Garrison felt betrayed. Gabriel wept. Leon wondered. So when Kody shrugs and says, "I don't want that headache," what he really means is that he doesn't want the responsibility of being a father to everyone, a husband to many, and a man who once stood for something. He desires peace, but only the type that results from departure, not repair. He seeks simplicity, but only at the expense of those he once swore to love forever. And in Robyn, he found an out. It is unclear if she deliberately or naively participated in that departure strategy, but one thing is certain: Kody has changed the rules. He is no longer the polygamist husband who attempted to manage many marriages with some sort of grace. He is the man who describes his history as a headache and envisions a future in which only one lady matters. And that future, as convenient as it may be for him, is constructed on the ruins of broken trust, severed links, and the haunting echo of the family that once existed. What Robyn may not realize, or may be too immersed in the story to recognize, is that she is now the sole caregiver for Kody's emotional volatility, contradictions, and regrets. She desired love, harmony, and a village for her children. But what she received was a man who saw commitment as a burden and family as exhaustion. And perhaps, one day, that headache he so carefully avoided would return, not in the shape of another wife, but in the form of the remorse, sadness, and legacy that comes from abandoning everyone except her. Kody's story is no longer about a bold man establishing a new road in faith. It is about a man who chose comfort over connection, revealing to the world that love in his world is conditional, hierarchical, and easily rewritten. The sister-wives experiment did not simply fail, it was rewritten, one contemptuous comment at a time. Sister-wives patriarch Kody Brown exaggerates his unending love for Robyn Brown, portraying himself as a knight in shining armor, but the truth may be more nuanced, since he has stated that he is resisting taking another wife because he believes it will make Robyn angry. Kody appears to have everything he's ever desired, but perhaps he wouldn't mind taking on a new, and certainly younger, wife. If this is accurate, it could explain some of the friction between him and Robyn. It's strange how the two continue to clash after appearing to have achieved their goal. Robyn had a secret desire to leave monogamy, and when 3 wives, Robyn, Christine, and Janelle Brown, fled, she appeared to be overjoyed. Kody, who shoved those women away, should have been ecstatic to be free. So, after all of that, he fought Robyn, which was strange. Kody and Robyn were finally alone, with no one pestering them. However, prior to Garrison's terrible death, they did not appear to be enjoying a happy ending. Is Kody genuinely content in monogamy? His sadness when Christine, Janelle, and Mary left appeared to be an unconvincing performance. Perhaps he was exaggerating his feelings in order to appear polite. The presumption was that Robyn met Kody's every desire and was his ideal girlfriend. However, a remark made by Kody on screen indicates that he has considered taking another wife. So, while monogamy may not be his ideal relationship model, he does not want to harm his relationship with Robyn. During an April 27 show, Kody stated,